Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I think you can see by the diversity of support that we have for this bill that this wasn't a singular effort. This was an all-hands-on-deck effort. It was a recognition by the leaders of Utah that this is a top priority issue that we need to address for taxpayers, for people who are donating to the system, for the integrity of the system, but more than anything, for our homeless brothers and sisters, as my friend from Salt Lake City said. Mr. Speaker, I consider myself pro-life. I've always supported pro-life legislation, and I will continue to. But sometimes I think it's easy to be pro-life for a baby because a baby's never made any mistakes. They've never made any, hard choices and some of those life experiences. But I'll tell you, my perspective changed a little bit earlier last year when I was sitting with a 19-year-old girl who we pulled out of a homeless encampment. And I was sitting there with her at the county jail, and she was arrested for having fentanyl, enough to kill over half a dozen people. And we were sitting there at the county jail, and she was crying, sobbing. And this young lady, in her short period of life, had already racked up significant felony charges against her. And she had experienced a lot of trauma in her life and was gripped by addiction. And I asked her, I said, "What's wrong? Why are you crying, other than being at jail?" But it seemed deeper than that. And she said, "Well, I guess I'm not going to die tonight because that fentanyl had been taken from her." Mr. Speaker, we've got to be pro-life for people like her too. And I think this is how we get there. It's going to take a bifurcated approach. We need those boots on the ground. We need those courageous community leaders to go into the homeless encampments, to meet people where they are, and to shake their hand, to look into their eyes and say, "We believe in you. We have a brighter future on the other side of this. We believe in the dignity of everyone in this state." But we also need effective and responsive systems, and this is what this bill seeks to do. We can't simply invest resources and take our hand off the wheel and think it will suffice. Mr. Speaker, I acknowledge House Bill 298 is far from a cure to this complex problem, but it is absolutely a marked departure from the status quo. And I believe that's what our homeless brothers and sisters desperately need. Thank you.